done. Boom, hello, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Phil from Cape York. I've just come down here, I was walking the dog before, just thought I can't pass this up. It's getting gloomy, the light's fading, and we have a rural fire truck just parked here. It does live here. I've driven past and whatever reason I've noticed it today. And good thing is I can actually get all the way around it. Now I have no interest in getting into the cage or anything illegal or untoward, but I'm just thinking that put where it is, there's no real logos on it with the exception of the Rural Fire Service Queensland and the Queensland Fire Rescue Service. Those little bad boys there, they're the only ones on the vehicle, so I can probably work around this sort of 3/4 area. I can probably get some good little detailed shots. Thinking obviously there's the brand of the truck as well. These are all these little considerations. There's obviously the Fuso brand, which I can probably avoid, but certainly Rural Fire Brigade, the fire, obviously your red and blue lights. It probably looks to everyone else like I'm trying to break in, but I'm not. But anyway, and also I was walking the dog, there is a washed up rusty old 44-gallon drum on the beach, on the sand. So I'll get this here because it's obviously getting a bit gloomy, the light's starting to fade, and then I'll duck down to the beach. Obviously the sun sets in the west anyway, which is over there, so it's going to look good. I'll have more time to do some time lapses and some sliding shots of the barrel. I think that'll look good. But for now, let's grab some of this. Ooh, I'm probably, 3 or 4 shots, I guess. Probably a few little detail shots. It might look a bit flat because of the lighting coming in. Not much I can do about that. But let's see what we get, hey? I will definitely not get anything if I sit at home wondering what I'm going to shoot next. So duck down here, drop the dog off back at home, come back. Let's get some, hey? Oh, the March flies are out in force. You got a few seconds when they land on you before they bite, but they hurt. Anyway, that's not what I was going to talk about. Just wanted to say big thank you to anyone that's actually watching this, and the people that subscribe. That's super cool. I'm amazed that I've actually got any subscribers, so thank you so much. There's so many channels out there and pretty much all of them are better than this one, so thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm not at the stage where I'm putting all those like, subscribe, comment, blah 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 comments on there, bits and bobs on there, but I certainly it's super happy when I get someone to watch it, so that's super cool. Obviously this is kind of primarily about stock video and Cape York. Obviously it's probably going to change as life goes on, but I also don't want it to be, I guess I want it to be more of a, hey, come along and hang out while we're taking stock video, as opposed to a, as opposed to a, I guess, more of a in-depth discussion on the stock world, because I am absolutely not an expert on stock footage at all. My sales are average at best, but something I enjoy doing, and it's an excuse to get the camera, get the slider out, have a bit of fun, and it's almost a bit of a focal point for my footage, if that makes sense, because otherwise I'd just be doing travel videos or just random cinematography lessons or something, which doesn't really, I don't know, put it on social media and put it on Instagram and get a few likes and move on. But this way it's a bit of fun for me, force myself to put it on a YouTube channel. So how am I going to set this up? Maybe, yeah, no, that's all right. All right, so first of all, I want that rural fire brigade in yellow. I want the red and blues. If I can use some of this, I think that's good because I can incorporate the padlock and chain. It's not far enough back for the lens for that to be super out of focus. I think that'd be good. You know, the whole fire engine locked up sort of thing. You know, budget constraints, departmental arguments, whatever, you know, whatever news story you want to write. I'm trying definitely to think more as a buyer these days than just what I like to shoot. I like to shoot all sorts of crazy crap that'll probably never sell. But I think if I think more as a buyer, I will have more sales and I'll have more success. So, and what's going on here with this? Oh no, I can just drop that. So 50%, that's a bit quick. Let's bring it back to 30%. Yeah, that's nice. That's going to look good, I think. So the emphasis is on the padlock, because I can't really shoot around the cage and the padlock. So that tells a bit of story. Rural Fire Brigade, locked away, padlock in the little cage. It's, you know, it can't be used, or there's infighting, or there's budgetary things, or there's no volunteers. You know, could go volunteering. I don't know. It's just it's whatever you want. So record this. Which way am I going? That way. Okay. And 3, 2, 1, go. So it's obviously just a slow left to right pan, highlighting the padlock and the heavy chain, showing the Rural Fire Brigade sticker at about, yeah, so 25, so that's probably going to be 20-25 second clip. At 30 seconds now. Says Rural Fire Brigade. The rural is slightly more out of focus than the fire brigade, but I think that looks good. I'm happy with that. That's oh, that's a good one. I like that. All right, what's next? I might even try a rack focus. Whoops. So let's go back a little bit. All right, so rack focus, it's focused on the Rural Fire Brigade. Now this is possibly one of the worst lenses to do a rack focus, but it is a manual lens, so let's give it a run. Make sure Rural Fire Brigade is nice and centralised. Practice 1, 3, 2, 1. Oops, wrong way. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I just need to stop just there. All right. All right, happy enough with that. So that's in the bag there. I still want to get a Rural Fire Brigade. And I'll get a bit tighter. I'll make this a bit faster. About 50%. Go. That's looking nice. Nice sharp focus, yes. I wonder how it would look on the chain, on the chain link fence, because that's pretty good. I think we're only going to need a little bit of that. Excellent. So let's send it back. I might try doing that with the chain, but the problem is it's a bit hard to read. So because it's highlighting the chain link, but you can read Rural Fire Brigade behind it. So that's pretty good. Man, these bloody march flies are killing me. Killing me. Get out your... Oh, getting hammered by march flies. This is killing me here. All right, forget that. We're going to go around the side because the old roll-up utility doors on the side, they also say Rural Fire Brigade. So I reckon that's going to work well. So now where am I going to hang this? So I might grab that on the side. You've got the Rural Fire Brigade, the aluminium doors. Obviously they've got Mirage doors on them, which not a fan. Gonna have to ditch that. Oh, there's also a Nava on the light. We'll probably work around that. There's rope. There's because I can. So I'm getting close. I can get some of that stuff. That all looks pretty fancy. Again, maybe I could try rack focus. So that's with that. There we go. Three, two, one. So it's got your warning signs, which I like. You know, earmuffs, non-potable water, valves and gauges and plugs and dials. I like it. Just a snappy little one. Probably 15 seconds. Quick little sliding shot. I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, so we've got one's at the front, one's at the back. What's my thoughts about a side one? Just to lock it in. So that's how it's looking. I think that's pretty good. What's the time? 20 to 7. Bloody hell. Where's the last hour gone? All right, what do we got now? So the one's back. I would like a side or 3/4 one to, just in case, best case scenario, there's a few of them that sell and someone just wants a side shot to link the front shots and the back shot, because it is very confusing if you're going the front shots and then a cutaway to the back shot. Suddenly you're right around the back shot. Anyway, sorry, getting off topic here. This one's definitely not for kids. But if there's one that's a 3/4 one, even just a sliding shot of the wheels, I might even just do that. I might even just grab a wide of the wheels with probably the hazard stripe as well, just so you can go from the front, a quick side one, and then all the, I don't know what you'd call it, the pump station at the back, all the pumps and the controls. Let's do that. Okay, so I did get down to the 44-gallon drum last night that had washed up on the beach. That was after I'd finished up with the Rural Fire Brigade truck, and I shot a time lapse and a bit of other stuff. And I like everything about it, except it was just too dark. It was just at that point of the evening where the sun had already set, and it just within the space of what the 15 minutes that I was there shooting the time lapse, it just pitch black. I might as well have just put a fade to black on there, which is a shame because I liked everything else about the time lapse. So I'm going to head back there tonight and try again. What's the time? It's 5 o'clock now. So I'm just walking the dog as usual, and then I'll watch out. And then I'll get back down there and set up and hopefully give myself a bit more time and get a bit of a more consistent time lapse if the barrel's still there. Maybe someone's decided they like it, I don't know, but anyway, you gotta try. I'm pretty happy with the stuff that I got from the fire brigade. I got six clips, so I've edited them, uploaded them all. I'll wait and see what happens, wait and see if we sell. But I like to think there's probably a buyer for what I grabbed. Just those detail shots of all the pumps and gauges and stuff at the back, and all around to the front with the real fire brigade. I think they're pretty good. I was pretty happy with those. So walk the dog, head back down to down to the beach and see if the 45 gallon drum's still there. And it's good, it's nice, there's heaps of patina on it, it's all rusty, and the whatever logo is pretty much indistinguishable, so I can probably get some bits and bobs around 45 gallon drum, and I will get a decent time lapse. I had the settings dialed in well yesterday. I was just there too late. I should have been there 45 minutes earlier, half an hour earlier. I think it would have been really good clouds, even though they're kind of high and fairly thin. There was some good movement there. There was a nice bit of colour. We've stopped again. But back in this afternoon, got to keep trying, don't give up. And we'll see what we get. All right, thank you very much.